Hey you guys, welcome back to another review of Ready to Love. Now this right here, Kyra got on my nerves. So yeah, let's talk about it. LiQWYD.
Hey KOED fam, welcome back to another video. Kourtney and Eddie. I'm Ed, aka E-Dub. This is my lovely wife,
Kourtney, also known as Coco.
This is Kourtney and Eddie. This channel is all about relationship reviews, and tonight we're going to be talking about Ready to Love.
So,
episode last. I don't know.
So, if you're brand new to this channel and you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And if you're watching us on Facebook, make sure you hit like and follow. So, and on all social media sites, especially TikTok. Comment down below, you guys. So let's go ahead and get into tonight's episode, which was it was a little baffling to say the least. You know what I'm saying? So kind of got on my nerves.
This wasn't the best episode.
It was the most confusing one. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody can make up their mind. But anyway, so it left us off from last episode where AJ was torn between Alexis. Not really. And Kyra. So he was just telling Kyra, like somebody said in the comments, he didn't say she not ready to love. Well, he said you not ready to love, because they always have to say that when they eliminate a person. That must be in a clause somewhere, so they have to say that. And so he did tell her that. But then as they were sitting there, Kyra was just, feeling, I guess, some type of way. You know what I'm saying? She really truly... She said she felt that she knew it was coming, but, she was just, like, she wanted to come on the show and find her husband. She wasn't just gonna, I guess randomly pick somebody because she felt pressure from somebody, right?
Well, she had a process, and she's gonna go through her process regardless. And, can't fault her for that. It's a dating show, She had Jason, she had AJ. Those were two picks, and she was gonna go through her process. So, gotta give her some dues for that.
The process it ended up on the outside.
Yeah, it could have been. She said that's why she felt like she was ready. They was gonna send her home because she wasn't gonna budge from her process. If it meant to get sent home because of her process, so be it.
And AJ said, asked Kyra, do you really want to be here? And she was like, yeah. He said, okay, I'm changing my choice then. And he said, I waited 4 years for a second date. And he said, I think basically we can make something happen. So, of course, he changed his mind. So now he got to tell Alexis Fly that she got to fly away.
Well, I think, I always gave AJ a lot of crap about, him being a player. But this episode and the last episode, towards the end of the last episode, I think he was being genuine when he was telling Kyra, that he wanted a second chance or whatnot. Like you said, last episode he was crying, So, I'm cut to do some slack. I think he was being genuine. I think he is looking for something with Kyra.
I think so.
So let's see how it goes.
That song come in my head. I don't want to be a player no more. God, I'm looking for. Na, 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 na. Okay, so y'all know what song that is. Do you know what song that is?
I know.
Okay. So that's what he was singing. So, but one thing Kyra said in her confessional that she never said that she was picking AJ. But what he did speaks volumes. So even though he chose to keep her on the show because she said she wanted to be here, yeah, she never really said that she was picking him. That's what she said in her confessional. Yeah. But that's the idea that she gave him when she said that she wanted to stay.
Yeah, but the point is, she's gonna stick with her process. Even though he said yeah to her, she is saying he's still not concrete for her, so,
But that ain't what
I understand. He thought, yeah, she chose me.
Yeah, but that ain't what she alluded to. Like, she's still not clear even in this. You know what I'm saying? She should have said, no, I wanted Jason. He picked Liz. Bye. Felicia. So now let's move on to where AJ is meeting with Alexis Fly. AJ was basically telling her, he don't know if he can truly be what she needs for him to be to her. And he said, and even though in this process, it really and truly, he's really still not sure. But if you want to talk about that,
well, basically,
the elimination process.
Basically, what he was saying, like you said, he told Alexis that he don't think he can be the man she want him to be, and they're gonna always he still wants to keep that friendship between the two. He wants to keep that connection, but he's not ready to be with Alexis because Alexis not, he basically is saying it's no connection there more than friends. Basically, that's what he's trying to get at. And Alexis, she was hurt, because she thought, how he started that, he's gonna pick me, he's gonna choose me. Then he went left and said, we can still be friends, yada yada yada. Basically, short story, he put her in the friend zone.
Yeah.
He put her in the friend zone, and she was hurt, and she
because he said we're gonna always have a connection or keep in touch or something like that, which was crazy.
Yeah, so she's in the friend zone, and AJ, like I said, it was a tough decision for him. Which
that's what he told her.
But I don't believe.
Yeah, it really.
I believe he wanted Kyra, and that's who he wanted to be with.
And he really didn't want to hurt her feelings, so that's why he was like, I'm still unsure,
right.
Whatever. But
when you want to let somebody down easily, that's what you tell them. It was tough, and I was tossing and turning all night, thinking about it, and I couldn't sleep, but it was a tough decision, but we can still be friends. So it's a good way to just let somebody down real easy. So
Alexis, she started pretty much. She was crying. I don't think she really cried in front of him, but she cried in her confessional, and she was just saying, God is gonna find her man, and she started using scripture and preaching the word and stuff like that. But I was saying, you weren't doing all that when you was pushing up on that man talking about sex.
Right, and that's probably the reason why she didn't find her love on the show. If she just pump her brakes and let the man come to her, it would happen. God would send that man to her. But then all thirsty and talking about sex,
And again, you was talking about Ron and he not spiritual. Was AJ ever spiritual? Was he into God? Did he quote scripture to say anything about praying or anything?
AJ really never said anything about it.
Well, we didn't see anything about that. So, what was the deal about that? You could have stayed with Ron if that was the case, So, anyway, all the ladies are meeting up. And so, Liz wanted to know basically why Kyra was here. Evidently, and I'm saying, well, how would Liz know? So Jason must have went and told Liz. Somebody must have told Liz that he chose Alexa and not Kyra. How would she know? Why would she even know? Because he could have chose Kyra.
I think, me personally, Liz knew Kyra and herself was on Jason's list. And since Jason picked her, so one person left between AJ. She could have thought that
AJ picked her, but somebody went back and told. That's what I think.
Not proper production, man.
Because she was like, "Why is even Kyra here?" But anyway, so Tommy comes in and says to. Did you want to say something?
No, I was just thinking. I think Liz was shocked when she saw Kyra because if AJ would have picked Alexis, that means Liz had no competition for Jason. Okay. Now Kyra back in the picture. Now she said, "Oh man, I got to still work a little harder now."
I got you. So Tommy did say, hey, as you can see, one person has been, is not here with us. And why did they act like Alexis had passed away? Because they were like,
man, we should have gave her roses while she was alive.
It was just everybody faced, which I understand. One person, is not there, eliminated, but they just acted like it was just.
It was too dramatic.
Yeah, it was. Tommy said that. He said, so what I want y'all to do is to kind of get to know these guys even more, go on dates. He said, you talk more intimate. He said, hey, even get a kiss. And he talking about Amber. We know that you about that life. You know about that kiss. We told y'all.
Y'all get on Tommy like y'all get on me. because he think the same thing I said about Amber. Because I said Amber, y'all always clown Troy.
How she do?
No, kiss for you, nah. Well, Kyle, no, here's the excuse. Troy, he been creepy. It doesn't matter if he was creepy or not. He kissed the women. Amber, she kissed the men. Same difference.
And so anyway, Kyra said that she felt awkward, because AJ changed his mind, but she is really got some unfinished business with Jason. So she feels awkward, and I don't blame her for feeling awkward. To me, that's being sneaky, because AJ kept you on there for him, not for you to go and try to see how you can finagle your way back to Jason or see what happened with that situation. And so she said because when she left the ranch, she was at a point where she thought that, him and her were maybe, I guess, good but not good, in a decent place, but not that he just say, oh, I'm done with you and I'm finna go with Liz. So she said that, she got some unfinished business because she's not sure what happened.
And Jason did give her mixed signals at the ranch, so I can kind of see her point, but go ahead.
I didn't see a whole bunch of mixed signals.
I did, because, Jason, he would kind of say he gave a mixed signal towards the end of the show.
He never did say
That's why he apologized. But go ahead. No, we get to that part.
No, I'm talking about the ranch. This part. So at the ranch, he never did. I wanted him to say, he wanted Kyra to choose. But I said, well, who is your choice? You want this girl to choose, but who is your choice? But I don't. It was kind of like up in the air. But then, I mean.
Well, he said no. We'll get to that part.
All right, so Joel goes over V house. So now everybody got to go on their little dates and stuff like that. She cooked them dinner, and basically, they both said that they choose each other. Like she said, I didn't choose you from the start.
Yeah, it was really no drama there, man. It was really nothing to talk about. They ate, they kissed, and that was it.
And we talked about the kiss. Now, of course, excuse me, y'all. Being that V has smaller kids, because I was like, well, they just do a lot of pecking and stuff like that. They don't do no heavy kissing. And I said, well, maybe because, she has children, smaller kids, and she want to be respectful to her kids, not on national TV, all like Liz and Jason. So, and you were saying the same thing about him.
Because Joel has 2 daughters, right? And they don't want to see their dad yam like Troy and
so
Amber.
I can respect the fact that they doing that, So off camera, do what you do. So let's move on to Jason and Liz's date. Liz asked Jason, the question, because Liz want to know what's up with that Kyra situation you got on. So you got going on. Kyra, she asked the question, if Kyra would have chose you, what would you have said?
And he said, it would still be the same answer.
Yeah. Nothing would have changed. We'd still be here today.
Yeah, but the question is, he should have told Kyra that at the ranch. Because Kyra asked him. He danced around the question. That's what frustrated me about the situation. Because Kyra asked him, who's your number? Who's your choice? And he never said.
He never did say.
But apparently, he knew. So that's why Kyra kind of ticked off.
And so at that point, Jason gets up and, he asked Liz to stay right there. And he went and had a white rose for her. Now, he said the only 2 people I've given, I said to his mom, I said this under my breath. He said the only 2 people I've given them white roses to is my mom and my stepmom. I said, well, yeah, that's not necessarily a good thing.
Yeah, I was thinking say that. So you trying to say Liz is like a mother figure? Yeah, mother
figure?
Ding,
ding, ding, ding. And the bell, I've been saying that for the longest.
Yeah, you did.
I've been saying that for the longest. She seemed like your mama.
Yeah, you did.
And so when he said that, I was like, man, that didn't make me feel good.
Yeah, apparently, Liz didn't catch on to it.
I can understand the sentiments of it. It's a special moment. That means these ladies are special in my life, yada, yada, yada. Now, to say your mama, no.
Yeah, because some women would pick up and say, okay, yeah, but you get your mom one, your stepmom one, you get me one. What that says about me? You know what I'm saying?
And then he said the white rose, so he probably gave them other ladies red roses, or pink roses, or purple roses. But Yeah, Liz get the white one.
And Liz started crying.
And he said that you've been very transparent with me. You've been nothing but pure with me, and you represent purity. And he said, and that resonates with me. And he said something else too, baby.
Yeah, she was resilient.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, through this process. And I know when when they was on screen doing that, David at home watching them, probably punching the wall. I gave her a rose. I can give her a rose. And in the backyard, dug up somebody garden by a rose. David did it to himself, boy. See, David, bro.
But hey, ain't even on this episode. You just can't let it go.
I sure can't. Cause you sure can't let it go.
How you know?
Trust me, I have ears in the street, man.
Anyway, so yeah, like you were saying, Liz started crying and stuff, which I think it was a touching moment. I really do. I think that Jason was sincere.
Yeah, I'm not saying he wasn't sincere, but still,
I know,
man, wrong thing.
And so and I wanted Jason going to be able to hold out on the celibacy.
I don't. To be honest with you, I really don't think he would have a problem, because I don't think it's going to last that long.
Oh, okay.
Because the way Liz is acting around him, I think that celibacy streak is going to end soon. That's just my thinking.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Liz said that she prayed to God God would send her a man that knows her heart. And, Jason said some things that's basically her heart, and how she is. So let's move on to Amber and Chris.
I feel so bad for Chris. Go ahead.
He asked her, he asked her about Ron. So he wanted to know, he said, because other people, and I was like, the other people? I said, oh, okay. He's not talking about social media. He's talking about people
Ron,
in production or Tommy. That's basically what he's talking about. So, and so he wanted more clarification on that situation with Ron. Have y'all talked? Y'all still kissing? What's going on? She was like, no, that ended. That's over with. That's done. That was just that one time.
I just don't understand. I don't understand. Let me rephrase this. I just wonder, will he be able to trust her fully after that? Because, like I said, it wasn't the kiss. It was the fact that she didn't tell him. So I wonder if he's going to be able to get over that. Apparently he has.
I don't think he has. But I think he, like you said, I think he's probably still gonna be looking at a little side, because
I hope so. Any man would do that.
That's a little sneakiness. So she feels that every time that they come together, they have basically solidified their connection. So they have such a strong connection, and she was just like, woo. So Chris just does it for her. And he started saying some words to her, like, you just the way you make me feel, the way you make me feel like I can be myself, and just
he was about to cry.
Yeah, and he was like, oh, my eyes are what he got.
It started to sweat.
Yes, eyes starting to sweat.
There's a lot of crying men on this show. There's a lot of them, man.
So he was just saying some things to her, just just their connection and everything. So he was like, it was like, man, he was like, woo, you make me just want to go and have about 3 babies.
Yeah.
Get you 3 babies.
And she said she will have just one
for now.
And
but she really want to wait to marriage.
And he said what?
He said, I wrote this down. He said first.
It was so confusing.
He said, he did say. He said, well, okay, let me see what I wrote. Amber said she would like to be married first. And he said, we don't have to wait till we get married because I'm not having sex right now. That didn't make no sense.
He said he wants to have kids. But he said, then she said, well, I want to wait till we get married. And he said, no, we ain't got to wait till we get married. Then he said he's not having sex right now. Chris was all over the place. I said, that don't make no sense, man. It didn't
make no sense.
I don't know.
So
maybe
she said, so you're saying you're going to wait till you get married to have sex? And he was like, yeah. Because he was like, I guess what he call it?
Sperm
retention. So yeah, he said he's tired of having sex with women. He said that don't deserve him, and he's just not having sex with women like that.
He said sperm retention. That's what he called it.
Yeah.
AKA
celibacy.
See, I had a good joke, and you gonna jump right in, man. God.
What was your joke?
I was gonna say sperm. What is it called?
Sperm retention.
Sperm retention, AKA blue balls. That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
That's not nasty. That's what it is, man. You all bagged up. He didn't say he was bagged up, man.
That's nasty. And you was like, that was
too much information, man. I don't shoot them all up in you. I was like, what? Chris, that's too much.
And so Amber was like, well, Chris, on her confession, she was like, Chris, I want that energy. I don't know if I can do this. So she was like, maybe I can make you break that
Yeah, he did.
sperm retention. So
what?
Sperm retention.
Like I said, sperm detention.
that too.
Sperm detention. What they in detention for? What they do wrong?
So she said that she gonna bring that out of him. So so
he did say he's still a man. He's still the lookout. He's still. What can I say? Lust after her still?
He didn't say that, but he
said
he look at her booty.
Yeah,
look at her booty.
Yeah.
So he's still attracted to her. So I think if they have a true connection, that ain't gonna last long. I think he just don't want to be out here just willy-nilly.
That sperm with retention or detention ain't gonna last long, man.
Yeah, you saying that about everybody. So let's.
It ain't gonna last long. They gonna be doing what they do.
So let's move on to Kyra and AJ. I ain't have to write much. You like me, I like you. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. Move right along. That's basically what they said. But in her confessional, what she said, I still got some unfinished business with Jason. So
unfinished business with Jason.
Anyway, so let's move on to the ladies now coming back. To me, I don't even really know why they even went on this date. Like, okay, I don't know.
It's just strangers season out.
You're right. So all the ladies are talking about their dates. Amber talking about hers, and she was talking about what Chris popped up on her and basically saying what he said.
Sperm retention or retention. Yeah, sperm retention.
She said basically celibacy.
Yeah. Thomas called it something else. What do you call it?
He was like, I ain't never heard of that before.
I thought he called it something else, but yeah.
So, who was that? Liz talked about her date and talked about the roles and what Jason did and everything.
Ooh, Kyra gave her the stank eye. Not the stink eye.
And she chuckled.
And the stank eye. I said, woo, boy, them eyes were burning hot.
Man. She laughed too when all of that took place and said that, she said that, well, Jason said that he been, his decision was made up weeks ago and stuff like that. And, so was Liz adding on? Yes, she was. She was putting it on. She was letting Kyra know, baby, don't even try it. Don't even come over here because I'm finna tell you what he told me. I'm just telling you what he told me. So.
Liz, she's real sneaky with her shade.
Oh, yeah.
She tried doing a regal type of way through her shade. You know what I'm saying?
CEO type.
Yeah, but she's still shady. She gets down in the gutter. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah. So Kyra was saying when it came to her, she's like, yeah, me and AJ went on a date and stuff, but she said, Liz, I just want to tell you the reason why I felt the way I laughed or whatever, because, I can't believe that he told you that, because that's not what he told me. She said, I'm not saying anything that you're saying is wrong, but what he told me and with decision, it wasn't that he made his mind up 2 weeks ago. So he's playing games with me. So I feel like, I need to talk to him or have some, conversation with him, because I feel like, I got played. Like, for him to say that to you.
Like I said, I can understand Kyra, anger. I can. You was right there sitting there with the guy, and you asked the guy, and he said, well, I don't know, what about you? Who you gonna choose, me or AJ? And she asked him first, right? And he kind of twisted and turned it back on her. But he goes back and tells Liz, hey, my decision was made 2 or 3 weeks ago, So basically he lied to Kyra then. Or he didn't lie, but he didn't tell her the full truth.
And he lied to Liz.
He lied to Liz.
If his decision was made.
Right.
So Kyra is determined to talk to Jason because in her heart of heart, that's who she really wants.
Oh yeah, and she for some reason she was stuck on Jason, and unlike you, when Jason found out about her financial struggles, how she's not really good with finances, I think that shifted the relationship.
Yep.
And ever since then, Jason been, especially when David got kicked to the curb, he been leaning towards Liz.
Yep. That's when it seemed like it turned left, and like you said, yeah, he should have told her that. He should have told her, I'm leaning towards Liz because of yada, yada, yada. He just should have just been straight up honest with him. So that's when it seemed like it turned, because even his friends was like, Liz is too,
And
but he didn't go even with that.
I'm starting to think you probably was right about Dave, not about Liz and Jason. Jason might do look at Liz like a mother figure, and that's why he was attracted to her. Because it's like even his friends said she's too. What his friends call her?
She's sitting right there next to Jesus, basically.
Yeah, so
she's like she's just right there next.
So yeah, so maybe that's what it is. Some men like to date women that remind them of their moms. I don't know.
And she said that his mom, when they did the thing, I came back, he said his mom is just like him, like a reflection of him or something like that. So Kyra and Jason meet up. So he was a little shocked that, Kyra, because he was like, he thought he was done with it. He shut that dope. Well, he didn't really shut it, honey. He left it open, but he stopped walking through it.
What Jason got to understand, you're never done with a scorned woman. And she was kind of scorned.
Well, he didn't think so.
Yeah, he found out, though.
I guess he thought that, hey, you made your decision with AJ, so let me go on over here with Liz. So Kyra said, if you made your mind up a few weeks ago, how did that happen? So at that point, Jason was like, well, my bad. There wasn't really no few weeks ago.
That's what I'm saying. Even I don't remember. So much stuff was said. When a man said, so much stuff been said, I don't know what I said. They know what they said. It's a way they can lie without lying. And that's what he did. Yeah. He said, we said so much I can't recall. Man, you know what you said and what you didn't say. You know what I'm saying? And he told her. He didn't tell her nothing. He didn't tell her about, he chose Liz at the time. Everything still was up in the air.
But to be honest, and he was like, well, what is it that you want, Kyra? What is it that you want? And he was like, sometimes, it's hard to talk to you. And I do agree that Kyra don't seem to be all that transparent. Kyra don't seem, she still have those walls up. She don't seem to say, listen, this is what I want, this is what I need, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. She don't seem to do all of that.
Yeah, but regardless.
And she works, let me say that, I'm sorry. She works better with AJ because he don't seem to do all of that either.
But regardless of all of that, what you said about Kyra, I'm not taking for Kyra.
Yes,
no, all I'm saying, regardless, she might not be as transparent. She might not be a good communicator. But when somebody asks you a question, simple question, who you choose, answer the question.
Yeah, he didn't answer.
And he didn't turn around and tell Liz that, I chose you 2-3 weeks ago. So either he lied, well, he most definitely lied to somebody, so. Oh yeah, so I understand why Kyra ticked off, man. I would be too.
So he was just basically saying, Kyra, what you want? What you want? He was like, so I can move on with me and Liz because I ain't finna deal with all this because, you caught me in a few little things or whatever, but what is it that you want from me? So she was
really don't like how he handled Kyra in that situation because he was trying, to me, he was kind of like, I won't say he was being kind of condescending to her. What you want? I'm going to shut it down right here and there. But you the one, you would never have this conversation if you would told her at the doggone ranch that you chose Liz 2 weeks ago. If you had told Kyra at that ranch, I chose Liz, you won't be in that restaurant talking to Kyra at the time, talking about what you want. Right. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And so what did she say?
She shut down. Kyra basically shut down. She said, you know what? Okay, whatever, And,
he was like, okay, so we'll agree to be friends. Right. Like, yeah, we'll agree to be friends.
So basically, she just shut it down.
I don't think she ain't got no resolve.
No, she didn't get no closure out of it, no doubt.
Because when all the couples met back up, she said she thought it wasn't going to bother her to see, Liz and Jason over there, but it did. So, she said, and she's not sure with AJ. She said she don't know him, enough to make a commitment because she was so far with Jason.
Yeah, I think what it was, the first date with AJ before they came on the show, she kind of wrote not AJ off. She wrote him off.
She the one told everybody what he did.
Yeah, and so she put all her eggs in the basket with Jason. So when Jason dumped her, now she's trying to get to learn AJ now. So that's what position she's in now. So
all the couples looked at nice and nice together when they came out there, which I like. AJ said, I thought this was the end. So he was like, now they got to meet their parents. I'm like,
hey, gotta get that own money.
I forgot they did that last season too, because that's when Confronted, met the girl daddy.
But that was like towards. Yeah, I guess it did. Yeah.
So, but I really thought this was the end. You know what I'm saying?
I thought it
but to me, at that point, that was when the parents was really like they had multiple dates. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like everybody. Okay, we got who we want.
Then again, that was on one property as one resort. So this right here, that last season was a different format. This season is like
Yeah, but what they gonna do with that?
I don't know, man. I'm just tired, man. I got a lot on my mind right now.
So, but anyway, so next episode, which should be the finale,
before the reunion,
right?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna see them, meet each other's parents and stuff like that. So we'll see how they go.
And I'm like AJ, man. Meet the parents. That's a little too soon, man. What if we don't work out? You know what I'm saying?
It's a show. That's what you came on here. You tell your parents, hey, it's a show. We may work, we may not work. That's basically what it is. And if it don't work, we're gonna chalk it on up because it's a show. So yeah. On that note, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Don't forget to go with God and let God go with you. Deuces.